Hey, how's it going? My name is Gus. I just bought your Merrick and I'm going to show you how to pack it. Like I was saying, I work at a surf shop and we ship lots of boards from Hawaii, so there's a few different ways to do this. I just got this one board brand new. I bought it online and they sent it in a big box and all packed on the inside, but I'm going to show you how to do it easy and cheap. It's like the easy and cheap way to do it, but it'll be super safe. It should be alright. The board should arrive in good condition. So basically, to get started, you could use, I'm gonna use a big plastic bag that I have over here that one of the boards came in. I just bought 2 boards online actually, but you could use trash bags too. The only reason to use this is not extremely necessary. It's just so when you tape the cardboard and when you tape the board, the nose and the tail guards, you're not going to tape onto the board. That's kind of a pain in the ass later to remove. Alright, so you can just line a bunch of trash bags and just tape them all around the board. In this case, I'm just going to do it straight on the plastic bag that I have here. I sort of prepared the nose already so it would fit straight in there. But like I said, it's just so the tape won't get onto the board. You could use any trash bags or anything like that. So the second thing you want to do is protect the tail or the nose. Best way I like to do is I get either styrofoam or it could be, you know, a couple layers of cardboard. It could be anything you can think of that it's important that should be really light. So you just dig a hole right in the middle there. With a knife, it could work as well, better than with my hand. Put it right here on the nose and tape it. Alright? So I'm actually gonna use this guy right here. Usually like that is enough. Then another thing that I like to do is a layer of cardboard on top. So that's how it's gonna look like, and it's gonna make it real easy to tape. Actually, it's gonna make it easier than before, at least. So that's the nose. And you're going to do the same thing for the tail. We'll go over there. So just hold that tail in place there. Get the cardboard. Just like that. Same thing. Hold it in place and tape it. Again, the plastic bag is going to help so you're not actually taping the actual board. Alright, so that's it for now. I got a pretty big box over here from Amazon. You can get boards from Lowe's, from shops like that. This one I actually bought some time ago, but you can get free stuff like from the supermarket or wherever, just something like that. Break it open, put them all together on the ground, tape them together, and then now is the time that you want to protect the bottom and the rails. So to protect the rails, you can use stuff like these pieces of cardboard right here that you can just fold them like that, put them on the rail and tape it. But this box I got, it seems like it's pretty much enough to protect both the bottom and the rails. So what I want to do here is make it, first you want to make it as thin as possible as well. You don't want to make a real bulky package, right? So you get one of this on the rear here, just like that. Tape it. And this part of the rail, it's important to protect right in the middle right here, because it's the widest part, is the part that's risky to hit the floor if the guy's transporting are not careful. Like you know, the most important part of your board is the bottom, the rails, and especially this part that's in a lot of contact with the water. Yeah, so that's the part you want to protect the most. And of course, nose and tail. So the rail's protected right there, tail is protected, nose is protected. Now you either shove this inside a big board, big box proper for surfboards, or you put all those smaller boxes together and then you tape it. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Another thing that you can do is get these ends over here and cut them narrower, like to make a shape of a surfboard. Not exactly necessary. It's just gonna make it a little lighter, whatever works best for you. Another thing you can do as well, if you live close to Channel Islands, because I know they're from Santa Barbara, you can actually go over there and ask for an empty box. I'm sure they have plenty of boxes that they ship and receive boards. You can just get a box from them, or they could even help you out packing. All right, especially if you're a customer. So anyway, then I got this other layer. So this right now is like the second layer that we are taping on the package. So it's a second layer to protect the rails. You go like that. Again, you want to make this as narrow, as small as possible, right? This way the shipping is not going to be outrageous, the price. In 2 people is actually way easier to do this as well, just so you know. From here, I could, for example, fold this way. First of all, fold it right there too. And then I got the rail. It doesn't really matter how it looks. Cardboard is one of the strongest stuff there is to pack. You can overlap this, or you can also just cut with a knife in a way that's going to fold better. Lots of tape make your job a little easier. I don't like to use a lot of stuff that I like to recycle things. I don't like to use a lot of tapes and shit like that you're just going to throw away. But sometimes, especially if you care about your boards, you want to do that. Again, try to make sure it's not super wide. Try to make sure you're as small as possible over here, yeah? Try to make this area kind of smaller. So I'm going to either overlap or cut it. In this case, just try to make it closer to the shape of the board. You can also just make the little cuts with scissors or whatever so it folds better too. There's a one there, one here. So that's one, that's two, more tape. There, one and two. One over here again. So basically from here you get the idea of what I'm doing. The bottom is protected, the ring is protected, it's still pretty light packaging. Instead of using this big box that was perfect that I found right now, you could use 2 or 3 smaller boxes, tape them together on the floor to get started, like flat on the floor. And then this is the bottom. What you need to do now is to finish. To finish, again, because the most important part of your board is the bottom, what you want to do is get more boxes. In this case, I'm lucky I have another big box from Amazon, but like I said, you could take a few smaller boxes together. Like, I'm actually even going to show you a better example with a smaller box in case you can't find a big one. Your best bet, like I said, would be to go to Channel Islands and they might be able to hook you up with a big surfboard box and all kinds of blocks for the nails and the tail to protect it. If not, the smaller ones would do just fine. This is like a supermarket box. Yeah, this area is not so safe, but I'm gonna use just to show you how to do this part right now. What you want to do is flatten your boxes on the bottom. I'm gonna use just a couple of pieces to show you, and then you flip your board. So for example, the smaller box that you put over here, if you cannot get a big one, you just gotta turn them around, tape them. Just as a reference to keep them together, like that. And then you're gonna go with the board with the bottom up like this. Okay? The reason is that the deck is not as important. It's gonna have one layer of cardboard, but then when you fold this part right here, then whatever overlaps, like this overlap right here, there are more layers of cardboard on the bottom than on the deck. If you do it the other way around, sometimes, let's say you use a really wide piece, like that, and then the overlap is going to be like 1 and 2. In this case, there's like a 3-layer cardboard right there protecting the bottom. You know what I mean? So you just go ahead and take it. Whoops. And then you're going to go. Use your nails to make sure that tape really sticks. Your nails are the best thing to do that. Then from here, you could cut the corners and make it like a box. You know what I mean? Like cut the corners right there. Fold this part. Fold that part. Do the same for that side. So you can use your imagination depending on how you get started. You pretty much have an idea of what's going on. So make sure you really use your nails right here. Make sure the tape sticks. Then again, this part I overlapped. Nail. So even though it might be gaps or whatever, just think about, okay, is there any way anything can hit this and hurt the board? Not really. First, the nose is right here. This is all air. So there's no way you can punch through these corners. And this makes even stronger ways to ship boards than board bags. Board bags are the easiest thing. You punch over there, you hit the board. Cardboard boxes, you don't. These corners right here are super strong. So I got that part done, and then I get the rest of the boxes right here. Same thing, just keep going. Tape there. As small as you can make the package, as tight as you can. And then just carry on. Again, if I have a big box like this, if you have one, it'll be much easier. You just do the same thing you did for the other side, but you do on this side. If you get a really huge box, then you can just pack the whole thing at once. So it could be rectangular like that. It could be the shape of a board. Just make sure there's at least a couple layers of cardboard. If you could use bubble wrap instead of that plastic that I use, that's even better. It's perfect. But make sure, protect the nose, protect the tail, protect the rails in the bottom, and then you actually make the box. Alright, so a lot of small pieces, if they're all well taped together, they should work. The board should not weigh much more than just a board in a day board bag, and be alright. I'm going to post this video on YouTube, send you the link, let me know if you got any questions. I'll take responsibility for any damage that happens, as long as you do the basics that I'm showing you right here. Then again, try to go on Channel Island and see if they can hook you up with the box. Alright, and then let me know if you got any questions. Thanks so much for accepting the shipping of the board. Thank you.